Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at how he feels after seeing you. Okay, this is for a specific person on your mind, or you can just choose one of the three piles you're most drawn to, the one that's kind of calling out to your soul the most in terms of love and how he feels after seeing you. So now I'm going to show you crystals, but before I do, please note that this is a general reading to only take what resonates and leave the rest, as the messages may differ for everyone watching. So for pile number 1, we have this red cat's eye heart. For pile number 2, we have this golden cat's eye heart. And for pile number 3, we have this rose quartz heart. I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one pile, you can pick 2. All of them, your intuition will always know best. You can also pause the video if you need more time, and if you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I will see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number 1s. If you chose this red cat's eye crystal, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at how he feels after seeing you. So this may be for a specific person on your mind or just in general about love. Okay, so you chose a card, Lost Lands with Soul Memories and Gifts. You've done this before. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of your cards, but before I do, please note that this is a general reading to only take what resonates and leave the rest, as the messages may differ for everyone watching. Okay, so this reading is a little bit different, where I first add your oracle cards, see what shows up in your reading, and then I'm going to pull tarot cards on camera. So we have Life Force Energy for your first card or second card. We have Aromatherapy. We have this card. I'm not going to say it on camera, but I know we're not doing an 18 plus reading, but this card came out for those of you that are over the age of 18. If you're not, please ignore that message. We have Earth School with life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. We have The Sound of the Universe. We have Communication. And lastly, we have Healing. Okay, my pile number 1s, now that we have your cards laid out, I see exactly how he feels after seeing you. So I am feeling, in terms of your connection, this is a past life connection, and there seems to be this kind of feeling of, do I know this person? Have I met this person before? This kind of feeling of like, I feel like I know them, but I don't know them. You get what I mean? And that's how I feel he kind of like ponders after seeing you. It's almost like he feels intuitively that you two have a past life connection in some way, or that you've shared lives together, or maybe it's just how he feels in terms of, maybe he doesn't think past life if he's not a spiritual person, but maybe it's like this feeling of, have I met this person before? They seem so familiar to me. Something about their soul feels familiar. I'm not really sure, like that kind of energy. Um, and then maybe for some of you, if your man is spiritual or the man we're speaking about is spiritual, then of course I think he feels you two have a past life connection, and I am seeing that strongly within your card. So this is definitely a past life connection. If you've been feeling, an intense connection with the person and feeling like something is drawing you towards them, something is drawing you towards each other, then that is the pull you feel. Okay. I'm really feeling the energy, how he feels after seeing you is going to be a little bit different for your pile. So the feeling I get from your connection is you are here to learn life lessons together, to grow together. And that's not to say that this connection won't last forever. It can go on to last. However, I do see your ancestors here saying it's okay to just zoom out and change your perspective on it and see it as like the life lessons you learn together from this past life connection can really help you grow as a soul, can really help you reach where you need to be, because things may happen along the line where, okay, let's say, you two do learn the life lessons together and you do grow together and you two are still on the same path and you're still on the same page and you want to grow together as a couple, then I'd say, you'd stay together. But then at the same time, I think your ancestors just wanted to let you know that this is a past life connection where you are learning lessons to grow together and to put your perspective there, okay? Because I feel like there is this pull towards each other and it's meant to be for now. Of course, I can't tell you about the future yet until these events happen and until you learn the lessons with this person and grow with them and feel out who they are and if you still want to be with them later on. So I'm kind of just seeing the energy. This pull towards each other is intuitive because you are going to help each other learn about love, what love is and what is not. You're going to awaken each other spiritually and you're going to integrate a lot of the things you learn together. And then you're going to really change your perspective on this connection where you are grateful for it and you are grateful for the lessons. Of course, you two could still end up staying together, but I just feel like that is the purpose of this connection for now. It can grow into something more beautiful later on. But your ancestors want to let you know to take baby steps towards this connection. And if your heart is leading you here and magnetizing you towards this person, allow it to, because how you're really going to grow in this connection is really going to influence your life in the best possible way. Okay, so enough about the spiritual connection. Now let's look at how he feels after seeing you. But I just felt that very strongly. So I felt your ancestors had that message and needed to bring that to you. So I'm feeling after he sees you, how he feels. He feels this intense pull towards you just as much as you feel that towards him. He just feels very intuitively drawn to you after seeing you, but he can't quite figure out why. He feels like he's known you before, but he can't quite put his finger on where he has known you before. And he just feels intensely drawn to communicating to you more with the communication card. But since we have a turtle here, or a tortoise, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just doing the reading. That lets me know that maybe this person feels that he wants to take it a little bit slow to really set a stable foundation with you. Or yeah, that is the feeling I'm getting. I'm not sure if you have a new connection or if this is a connection you've already been in for a while. But there seems to be this energy of taking it slow with both of you, and him not wanting to rush into things too quickly. So yes, he feels this intense pull and attraction and intense, like, not just a physical attraction with this card here. That's what he feels very strongly, but he also feels this kind of intuitive pull towards you. This I need to know more. I need to hear more with the sound of the universe. I need to see more. I need to understand what this is. Why I'm feeling such an intense pull towards this person. So that is how he feels after seeing you, but I'm also seeing that he gets a little bit impatient after seeing you, because it's like he wants to see you again because of this intense pull he has towards you. Let's say, for example, he sees you on Friday night and he goes home after that, and then Saturday morning he wants to see you again. But then maybe you're busy, or maybe he's busy, or maybe he feels it's too soon to see you and he doesn't want to look desperate. I don't know. But the feeling I get here is he gets a little bit impatient after seeing you because he wants to see you again. Because he feels this intense pull and magnetic attraction towards you in the spiritual realms, but also the physical realms. Okay. There is something he feels about you here. Spirit is showing me a rose. A beautiful rose. Okay, so I just want to close my eyes and see what this rose is telling me about in your reading. What the symbol of the rose is telling me. Okay. So the rose is a representation of sweetness, of beauty, of romance, of lust, of attraction, but also a lot of beauty and romance. I'm seeing like a pinkish reddish rose in my mind's eye. And the feeling I get from this is this person sees you to be like a rose. I mean, you even chose the red cat's eye crystal. This person sees you to be this rose that is so beautiful, that is so magnetic, that has a lot of attraction to it. But also this rose smells so good. We have aromatherapy here. So this person may reminisce on your smell after seeing you. How you smell so good, or you taste sweet. I don't know. This is not an 18 plus reading, but that's just what I heard. Or this person thinks you're really sweet, like a rose, like you're really, like they really want to romance you and caress you. That is the feeling I get. They feel this intense attraction towards you, but not just a physical attraction, also a spiritual and emotional attraction. But the energy feels like warm and fiery and passionate. Spirit is showing me Morticia and Gomez when he kisses up her arm. This person feels intense passion towards you. Is something I'm picking up on strongly. But this person also feels like you are growing more and more beautiful or attractive by the day. Or growing, I'm hearing the love is growing by the day, and the roses multiply. This person may buy you flowers, I don't know. I'm also seeing, in terms of my question of the rose, I'm seeing Fiona from Shrek, where she's like picking off the flower, and she's like, he loves me not. He loves me not. He loves me not. So perhaps this person is trying to figure out, after seeing you how you feel about him. It's like he wants to know for sure that you're feeling the same way about him, is something I'm seeing, which is quite cute. I see he reminisces on your face and your words and what you say to him when you see each other. And I see he also reminisces on your beauty or your attractiveness, but also your heart. He feels your heart is really beautiful. And it's like he wants to get to know your heart more. And I think he also thinks about your lips a lot. How you have very kissable lips is something I'm seeing as well. How he feels about you after he sees you. And then I'm also seeing Beauty and the Beast rose. You know that rose that he has inside that container thing? I don't know what it's called. But they're showing me that. I just want to Google what happened, because I forgot what happened with that rose. Like what the story of that rose was. I forgot what it was about because I haven't watched Beauty and the Beast in forever. So let's just see what it means, so I can tell you a proper answer of what I'm seeing. Okay, so it says here, what does a rose symbolize in Beauty and the Beast? I'm just reading something. Of course, if I'm wrong, you can correct me, because I haven't watched Beauty and the Beast in forever. Obviously, the red rose symbolizes love and romance. It also symbolizes the beast dying, hope for love. If he dies before he finds his one true love, then he'll stay the beast forever. It symbolizes the beast's need to reform from his past life of excess and vanity, as well as be gentler towards others. And then I'm reading another article here. It says here, the rose is something that appears in both the movies and the original story, but they serve very different purposes. In the animated movie, the flower counts the days until Beast's demise, signaling this person may stutter in front of you. Or just feel like they get very nervous to talk in front of you, signaling the time Belle has left to help break the spell. But in the original text, the rose is what instigates the entire mess. So the enchanted rose had so much significance and beauty is evidence in the fairy tale itself. Giving someone a rose is a gesture of love, gratitude, and admiration. Okay, so I guess the rose in the glass has different meanings depending on your situation and how you want to see this, because it can be different for everyone's situation here. But how you see it can also change the outcome of the situation. So I feel like I am going to take the more happier meaning. I don't want to take that instigates the entire mess meaning. No. We are going to be positive here. So I feel here reading this, the fact that I also saw Shrek with Fiona and Beauty and the Beast, where he turns into a beast. He's under a spell, right? But Fiona was also under a spell where she turned into an ogre, if you remember the story. So there are two similarities in the visions I saw with the rose. So this lets me know. Perhaps this person has a side to them that they no longer want to be in, that they view as a beast, not real, okay? That they view as something that is maybe a little bit unlovable, or they view as something that this person views it as something where he needs to almost reform his life. excess and vanity. And he wants to be gentler towards others. He doesn't want to be this version of himself that he's seen. So perhaps that's the lessons he is learning in this connection, to be more softer, to be more gentler, to open up to love, to open up to vulnerability, to really learn what love means to him, to really learn what love is. Okay, and each person has a different view on love. But I think this person, he wants to view love in a more gentler way. And maybe he is dying to find his one true love. Because he feels, I think he intuitively feels this, not on a conscious level, an intuitive level, that love is going to help him really transform into the best, gentler part of himself. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing very strongly. I'm also seeing a theme of apologies here. I guess take it as it resonates. It's different for every one of you. For some of you, I feel this person, he's trying to change his perspective and he's wanting to apologize to you sometimes, like after the things he says or does. For some of you, take it as it resonates, and he really wants to question why he acts certain ways. I'm feeling like for some of you, it's something to do with communication. And for some of you, I feel like it's something to do with hostility or, like I said, wanting to be gentler towards others. Maybe this person was growing up in a family like that where it was normalized, and now they're trying to be a more gentler person. But I'm seeing a theme of apologies after seeing you. I'm seeing that this person often feels very relaxed after seeing you. I'm seeing an image of someone sitting in a bath or a shower, or standing in a shower, or sitting in a bath and having candles lit and thinking of you. And there may be some of these thoughts. I don't know. You're gonna have to watch one of my 18 plus videos if you want to see more details on this. But there is a lot of attraction here and passion. This person also, I feel some of you, your person here, he's creative in some way. Or he just feels very creative after seeing you, and he reminisces on your energy, this romance and passion he has for you. Okay, or he feels very creative or full of energy after seeing you, like he just wants to dance around and listen to music. That's the feeling I get here of how he feels after seeing you. He feels like you are someone that is a safe space to him, someone that really brings him a lot of peace, and that's how he feels after seeing you. But he also, now Spirit is showing me like Shrek and Fiona, where he goes on the quest for her. It's like this person has this intense attraction or pull towards you, where he wants to go on this quest towards you, where he is really courting you in love, is what I'm hearing. As much as there are, a lot of feelings of passion here, I feel this person respects you. So he feels this after seeing you. If this is a new connection and you haven't been intimate together, then it's because he respects you. And he's almost trying to just keep that feeling inside and be very patient with the connection and where it's going. It seems like after he sees you, he can't wait to see you again. He really, really can't wait to see you again. And I think for some of you, he's also trying to create a strong friendship with you. so that you two have a strong foundation of trust together. I think he's trying to build trust with you, or he really feels he can trust you in love after he sees you, and he just feels this intuitive pull towards you. I see that he often feels very, very relaxed or happy after seeing you. So if he has spent the day with you and it's been like a relaxed day, he's very relaxed and at this peaceful energy, but through that I think he also receives a lot of healing energy from your love here, as we see here. And it's like he recognizes that this is a blessing for him, that this connection is a blessing for him, and that it can turn into something really beautiful and magical after he sees you. That's how he feels. But I think he's also starting to realize that he needs to start making some changes in his life to really align with the energies of love, is something I'm seeing. But he also feels a lot of healing energy from you. Maybe he doesn't consciously feel healing energy, but after he sees you, he may feel very emotional sometimes to release something that is no longer serving him within his emotional field. Anything that is repressed that he's holding on to. And he often feels carefree around you. He feels like there is magic in the world, like you've taken him to some type of magical realm, fairy tale realm. That's the feeling I get. And he just feels full of energy, full of this playfulness, full of this love after seeing you. You actually amplify his energy and you actually energize his energy. I think he feels drained around a lot of people, but with you, he feels full of energy and full of excitement and passion after seeing you. And it's like he can't wait to hear your voice again, or call you, or something like that with the sound of the universe. He really reminisces on your voice as well. Or he listens to music after seeing you and he kind of daydreams about, the possibilities you can have together as a couple. So now I'm going to pull some tarot cards on camera. I just kind of wanted to channel some messages there and see what came up with the oracle cards first. But I just feel this person, after they see you, the keynotes are like a lot of romance, a lot of passion, a lot of energy, but also relaxed energy, and this intense need to want to connect with you again. I'm hearing missing you. I'm also seeing a lot of thoughts about kissing you and wanting to talk to you on the phone, wanting to lay their hands on you. This person may be religious for some of you. Take it as it resonates. Okay, so for my pile number ones, how does he feel after seeing my pile number ones? How does he feel after seeing my pile number ones? I'm hearing a song by Kendrick Lamar. Let me just see what it's called. I forgot what it's called. I'm just hearing the melody of it. Okay, I'm hearing the song by Mac Miller. It's not Kendrick Lamar. Why did I think Kendrick Lamar? Maybe he likes Kendrick Lamar. I don't know. It's by Mac Miller. It's called God is Fair, Sexy, Nasty. Maybe Kendrick Lamar sings in it. I don't know. But it is it has a lot of explicit lyrics, so there is a lot of those passionate feelings here. And since the song is called God is Fair, Sexy, Nasty, so maybe this person just feels a lot of these kind of energies towards you after seeing you. How does he feel after seeing my pile number ones? We have the Ten of Pentacles. So he feels like he can, form a long-term romantic connection with you. And look at all the roses blooming here on this tree. That's beautiful. We have the Two of Cups. This person feels, a lot of love towards you after seeing you, but they also reminisce on your romantic moments together, if that makes sense. We have the Three of Swords. So I feel this has to do with the healing that takes place after he sees you. Because I think we have the Two of Swords. I think you ignite a lot of healing within him after he sees you. I don't think he consciously is aware of this healing that takes place, but he definitely releases a lot of emotions after seeing you, or feels very emotional and connected to his emotions after seeing you. But this is a good thing, because if a man is really, really feeling that healing energy after seeing you, and he's getting in touch with his emotions, it means that you two will have a greater emotional vulnerability together, which is a good thing. We have the Ten of Wands. So I feel this is past choices where he has started analyzing his past choices and who he wants to be right now. Like we said with that metaphor of the beast, what was it? Beauty and the Beast. It's like he's analyzing his past choices and the feelings that it brings him right now. And I think he's trying to analyze why he acted a certain way, if that makes sense, in the past, and why he made certain choices that led to him actually feeling sad in the past. It's almost like the self-sabotage energy. He's trying to figure out why he acts that way. It seems for some of you, he's given a lot to people in the past that have not reciprocated, and it was like a self-sabotage kind of thing where I think he needs to, analyze this and find some self-forgiveness. Then we have the Fool card. So this lets me know that he is ready to start a new journey with you in love. Start this, long-term romantic connection. And I think since you have the Ten of Pentacles, that is also the energy of building a stable foundation in love, taking it slow, really getting to know each other, really planting seeds of love together. We have the Lovers card. So yeah, I think this person really wants to commit to you after seeing you. That's how he feels. He just feels all the love. And even if you two are at a distance after seeing each other, well, of course, after seeing each other, maybe you go home, there's this feeling of him reminiscing on your moments together and missing you, even though he has just seen you. That's the feeling I get. And he feels like your love together can bloom into something beautiful, and that like his angels or the divine is bringing you two together in some way. How does he feel after seeing my pile number ones? We have the Awakening card. So yeah, like I said, you both trigger awakenings within each other to heal and to go towards where you're supposed to go. We have the World Cosmos. So this lets me know he goes through these spiritual awakenings every time he sees you, and after he sees you, it's like he lets go of a lot with the World card that is no longer needed in this phase of his journey. Like we said with that beast thing. You get what I mean? We have the Queen of Cups. And lastly, we have the Nine of Cups. So do you see this genie lamp here? I think he feels like you are his wish come true in a person after he sees you. There is that feeling very strongly, like he's analyzing the connection you have together, but he's also analyzing past connections he's had where it hasn't been reciprocal, or where it was just something like, I don't know if I want to say this to you, but I just feel past connections where it hasn't been like serious things. It's been more so like playing games and maybe not being honest with each other, or people not being honest with him, or just like being intimate together but not having love or anything like that. So I feel this person is reflecting on past connections, and he's reflecting on you, and he's seeing the difference between the people he's been with in those past connections and you personalities. Of course, I don't think he compares you, but I think he sees the difference because you are much more emotionally mature than the people he's been with before, which is why he hasn't committed to the people before, or which is why those relationships always fell apart, whether it was on his side or their side. There's something about you that is so different to the other people he's been with, because you are honest, you are trustworthy, you are kind, compassionate. You are someone that really has emotional vulnerability and makes him feel safe. And you're really, really nurturing, and you have a big heart, and you see the life through a deep set of eyes, which is why he respects you so much, and which is why he wants to commit to you, and which is why he sees you as like his dream person, because he really feels you are the traits he's always wanted in a lover, but he's never found that in someone before, which is why those relationships from the past always fell apart. So that's something I see strongly. Let me pull some last tarot cards and see what shows up, and then I'm going to end off your reading. Okay, so how does he feel about my pile number ones after seeing them? How does he feel? Okay, we have the Empress. So there is definitely a lot of physical attraction here. He feels like you are really attractive. He feels like you have this physical attraction to you, but you also have a pretty heart, if that makes sense. So we have the Temperance card. You have this angelic, pure nature to you, and he really admires that, and that's what he kind of feels after he sees you. But he also feels like the connection you two have will be very balanced and harmonic, and he feels like he just feels a lot of Venusian energy from you. Like maybe you have a lot of attractiveness, not just physically but in your soul. Like your heart is beautiful. That's something I keep seeing. He feels like he can grow with you after seeing you. We have the Hierophant here. So I think he feels on some level you will really bring him to the right path in love. I think he feels you two will have a healthy connection together, and he feels like it will teach him some good lessons. We have the Six of Cups, so there is that past life connection energy again. And then we have the Eight of Wands. So after seeing you, he feels like he can really move forward with you and create a connection with you full of love. And he just feels like you are the right person to create this connection with, that you're the perfect person to create this connection with. I know, of course, you may not see yourself as a perfect person, but he feels like you are the right person to commit to. And that's something I see strongly within your cards, my pile number ones. I really hope that this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pal number twos. If you chose this golden cat's eye crystal, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at how he feels after seeing you, okay? Please be aware this is a general reading, to only take what resonates and leave the rest, as the messages may differ for everyone watching. You chose the card Surrender to the Sweetness. It says Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of your cards now. Okay, so I'm doing this reading a little bit different, where I first add your oracle cards, see what shows up, and then I'm going to pull tarot cards on camera. So we have the card Fire. We have Spend Time with Friends. We have Earth Pulsing with Pulse of the Mother, Slow Down, Time in Nature. We have Look to the Stars. We have Throat Chakra with Express Your Truth. We have Positivity. And lastly, we have Love. Okay, so Spirit showed me the number 222 as I started your reading. We'll see what that means in a moment. So I now see how he feels after seeing you, after we have laid your cards out. I do feel like, in terms of this connection, what this connection is, I feel this person is part of your soul family. This could be a soulmate connection or something like that. There is this sense of deja vu with this person, or at least this person feels some sense of deja vu around you. So this feels like a very soulmatey connection, or someone from your soul family, your soul tribe. And that's what I feel here. Or at least he feels like he has some sense of deja vu around you. Like he can't quite put his finger on it, but there's something familiar about you that he doesn't quite know how to explain. Which is something I'm seeing very strongly. And I'm also seeing an energy like your ancestors have brought you two together in some way, or led you two to each other, because I see you two will liberate each other and create a sense of greater purpose together. But also I'm seeing a lot of healing energy take place within your connection, okay? A lot of ancestral healing, which is why your ancestors have brought you two together. Some of you want to have a child with this man, is something I'm seeing very strongly, and your ancestors are saying it can happen. Trust the timing of your love life. Time is not running out. Trust that whatever is meant to be will happen. But for now, I feel you two are taking it slow in love together. And of course, if you want to have a child, maybe it's like your ancestors saying it will happen. But for some of you, I guess, take it as it resonates. For those of you that really want children right now, your ancestors are saying it will happen. Don't rush it. Really slow down and enjoy the love that is here right now, and be present in it. Okay, so in terms of your messages of how he feels after seeing you, I feel the first time he saw you, there was the sense of deja vu, or like, have I met her or them before? Like, do I know them from somewhere? Like, that kind of energy. Have I dreamt about them before? Like, I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. Where have I seen them before? There's something familiar about them. Here with Look to the Stars, I feel like you two could have some synastry together. Or like, I think I think one of you commented it's called a composite chart, where they take the two birth charts together and like you mix it together, and it makes it shows you like your synastry together and how your birth charts interacts with each other. It can show you like if you've had past lives together, or if you while I do feel like you have past lives together, it can show you if you have like a destiny to be together in this lifetime. And like, you know, when you put your birth charts together, it can just show you a lot about this lifetime and past lives. So I'm seeing that very strongly as like something from spirit. Some of you may like astrology and this is why it's coming out. I don't know. But that's something I'm seeing very strongly. But in terms of how he feels, I don't know if he likes astrology or you like astrology, but maybe he watches like those readings where, like, you know, those readings on YouTube where like they say the zodiac sign and like your zodiac sign. Maybe he watches like yours and his at the same time, if that makes sense. Or maybe he reads up on like your sign and his sign at the same time for some of you, if your man or the man you're asking about has ever been interested in astrology or just looked. I don't know, that is the feeling I get here. Something about astrology with all these signs here is standing out to me. So I don't know if he regularly watches, you know, like astrology videos on your connection or your compatibility together with your signs, or if he watches videos on like what's going to happen for your sign and his sign at the same time, just to see. Something about that is showing up very strongly. And if you don't expect him to do that, if this doesn't sound like right to you, then you don't have to take this message, because I'm feeling it for some of you. So yeah, like I feel like how he feels after he sees you. There's something about him really like reminiscing on how beautiful you are. Really like thinking about you and daydreaming about you and thinking that you're so beautiful or so attractive in some way. Maybe the outfit you wore, maybe the way you did your hair, if you wear makeup. I'm hearing styling, so like maybe the way you do your fashion style looks really good, or you have a really good style and this person really reminisces on the way you look after he sees you. Is something I'm seeing very strongly. I feel this energy of like him just slowing down, feeling very relaxed and grounded after seeing you, feeling very safe after seeing you as well. Just feeling in this relaxed energy. You know, like when you go on holiday and you come back from holiday and you just feel so relaxed and at peace. That is the feeling I feel he gets after seeing you. So there is that feeling. I think he also, Spirit is showing me him going through your photos, or like if you've ever taken photos together, if you've seen each other, him going through those photos. Spirit is showing me an image of like him taking a walk and really like putting in earphones and listening to music and daydreaming about you, and daydreaming about your time together, and kind of like an image of like someone having a hoodie on, going for a walk, like around the block or in nature, and then having their earphones in and like really daydreaming about you, this nostalgic kind of feeling. Spirit is showing me Bubbles from Powerpuff Girls, where she has like that teddy bear, that octopus teddy bear or something like that. So I think this person really reminisces on your cuteness, because that's what that reminds me of, this cute energy. So this person really like daydreams about you after seeing you, and he really just reminisces on your energy. And there's this feeling of like him going home after that. I don't know if some of your mans are like creative, or like the man you're asking about are like creative in some way, because I'm seeing that like after you see each other, him feeling like this creative inspiration in some way, or like listening to music and singing and just like in this carefree energy. You get what I mean? Maybe he daydreams to you and listens to like love songs. I don't know. But the feeling I get is this man is really hopeless romantic over you. That is the feeling I get very strongly after he sees you. Like a hopeless romantic kind of feeling. After he sees you with someone very cute, someone very beautiful, someone that has this pure nature or essence to you, and he feels a lot of respect towards you as well. He just feels like you are someone with a pure soul, with this angelic, cute nature to you, and I think he really loves this about you, is something I'm seeing. He finds you very, very cute and adorable as well. And it seems like he reminisces a lot after seeing you. I'm seeing an idea of him thinking about like gifts he can get you, or little things he can do for you that can be very sweet and loving, if that makes sense. Like little cute things he can do, romantic things for you, or like the next date he can take you on, things like that. That's something I'm seeing. I'm also seeing an idea of him just feeling a lot of love towards you. I feel like your soul connection together is very beautiful. It's full of love. It's genuine, it's romantic, and the feeling I get is he feels the love between the two of you. He may not have thought he would be able to feel this much love for a human being on earth, but it's almost like he's surrendering to it, but he just feels a lot of love for you after seeing you. It's almost like your hearts are connected in a very beautiful way, is something I'm seeing from spirit. And I'm seeing something about past unloved ones coming to him in a dream and showing him that this is the right connection for him, if that makes sense, or his angels in some way. His past unloved ones may be his angels for some of you. Now I'm hearing a ring in my ear as I say that. For some of you, you have kids together that are not in the physical realm, in the spiritual realm, as angels. Take it as it resonates. If you don't feel that message is for you, then don't take it. But if you feel like a pull towards that, like that makes sense, then take that message, okay? Because like sometimes your angels can be kids you haven't had yet that you're going to have in this lifetime if you are drawn to having children. I'm seeing lips, like this person reminiscing on your lips. This person finds your lips very kissable, but they also find your smile very beautiful. They feel a lot of passion towards you, but I think this person respects you a lot, that they want to take it slow with you, is something I'm seeing if this is a new connection. Whereas if it is not a new connection, I just feel this person has more of this lovey-dovey feeling towards you. They do feel an intense attraction towards you in the physical realm, but it's more so this cute vibe. It's more so this love. It's more so like that rather than this passion and this sexual attraction. Like, yes, there is that, and I think this person does kind of fantasize about you in that way, but I'm more so seeing like a cuteness and a genuine love. But I think this person also finds you to have really kissable lips and really feels a lot of passion towards you, is something I'm seeing very strongly after they see you. He feels like as he really gets to know you, he gets to know himself deeper, and this feeling of like I am getting to know this person, but as I get to know this person, I get to know myself on a deeper level. So you two may have a lot of similarities or similar energies or similar ways of doing things that as he gets to know you, he feels like he gets to know himself better. Spirit is showing me a clock. So this person, after he sees you, he cannot wait to see you again. And before he sees you, it's like he can't wait. Spirit is showing me, when a dog is going on a walk and he can't wait to go on this walk, and he's just so excited, this dog, and like running around in circles being very excited. That's what Spirit is showing me as like a metaphor for how excited he gets when he's about to see you as well. And I'm just seeing he feels a lot of love towards you after seeing you. Like he reminisces on you a lot. This nostalgic kind of cute feeling. Spirit is showing me a crab, so that lets me know he feels a vibe towards you, like this more long-term romantic feel. Cancer, the crab is related to Cancer, the fourth house, the home. The fourth house is the home energy. So this person finds you to be like home to him. That's how he feels about you. You feel very familiar and you feel like home to him, or this kind of energy of like maybe wanting to start a family with you or have that long-term connection with you and get married and have family. And that's the theme I'm seeing a lot in your reading of how he feels about you. He feels like you two just fit perfectly like a puzzle piece together, and everything just aligns with you together. Everything just makes sense with you together is something I'm seeing of how he feels after sees you. Spirit is showing me a geode. And now Spirit is showing me a box. And now a perfume bottle. So with the geode, I see this as like maybe in the past he feels like he hasn't really been appreciated by past lovers, because when I think of a geode, I think of it like it's a rock, and then on the inside is a beautiful crystalline geode, like beautiful, shiny, like that energy. So I feel like in the past, maybe he felt like he wasn't really seen in his connections. And now I'm hearing a song by Don Toliver. It's a line like, I feel like you don't really see me, something, and I don't feel like this is you, but I feel like this is past connections. I don't know what the song is called, but it's like, I feel like you don't really see me. That's the line I was hearing from his song. So that's like his past connections, but it's almost like he's been this rock or geode, and you've come along and you haven't just seen him as a rock, whereas maybe other people have seen him as a rock and never really saw the beauty within him, or really saw the light within him, the beautiful diamonds within his soul, and you've come along and you really see him. And that's something he really appreciates about you. It's almost like he feels you're a gift from the universe. You give him something that is very abundant to him. The love you give him is like gold. It is like diamonds, and I feel he feels after seeing you, he wouldn't let go of this treasure box that he's gotten from the universe, because you are like his treasure that he's gotten from the universe. Now I'm hearing the song Treasure by Bruno Mars. So this feeling of like you give him an abundant form of love, and he wouldn't just leave a diamond for something less than a diamond. He wouldn't just leave a diamond for rocks and pebbles, but it's like you saw the geode within him And now he is also seeing that beauty within you, the diamonds within your soul as well. So I see that you see each other on a deep level. You see each other with this love, this genuineness is something I'm seeing. And he feels like you are very supportive and loving towards him, which is why he feels this energy of like strong family vibes of like wanting to create a family, wanting to get married. Even if he doesn't tell you this is how he feels, but he feels like he wants to take it slow and really build a stable foundation with you first. And with the box, I see that as like him putting away the things from the past that no longer matter and like going towards his diamonds, which is you. I feel like you give him something valuable he hasn't received before in the love you give him. That's something I'm seeing very strongly. And then I saw a perfume bottle. So maybe he reminisces on your smell. He thinks you smell really good. And he thinks that you are really supportive. That's how he feels after he sees you, that you're really supportive and loving towards him. And when he's in alone time, like after seeing you, I see sometimes he's alone and he like gets this creative inspiration. For some of you, he has some gifts or talents that are really beautiful and are really going to take him to success is something I'm seeing. But it's like you're almost like his muse. After he sees you, he gets a lot of inspiration to focus on his talents and really putting that energy of inspiration into it. But I'm also seeing an idea of your love to be very healing towards him, where he actually lets go of a lot that he's no longer meant to carry. So that's why Spirit showed me the box. So your love is very healing. It actually puts, I'm seeing all his chakras being put into alignment after he sees you. I'm seeing after he sees you, he really wants to call you, but sometimes he doesn't do it because I think he wants to take it slow and really take baby steps towards this love. If this is a new connection, or maybe he feels like, I don't know if he's like scared of like what you might think if he calls you too early, or like, I don't know, that's the feeling I get. Almost like he wants to call you right after seeing you and speak to you with the throat chakra here and express his love towards you, but he kind of holds back. I don't know why, but it's more so this feeling of like, I want to take it slow. I don't want to rush into things too fast, because it's almost like this feeling of we have our whole lives ahead of us. There's no need to rush into this. But I do feel he feels a lot of passion after seeing you. He feels a lot of joy and positivity. I mean, we have the fire and the positivity card. So it's like you give him this rush of energy, this rush of passion, this rush of admiration and love for life, and this feeling of like life is like music, and life is more colorful, and life is more happier and brighter and positive around you. That's the feeling I get. And he also feels like after he sees you, the love between you two is very sweet. He feels a lot of joy after seeing you, and he feels a lot of pleasure after seeing you, and he misses you after seeing you and feels the distance between you two, as we see here, but it's like he wants to grow closer towards you. I'm hearing a song by Kali Uchis. So it's called Body Language by Kali Uchis. So I am feeling like this passionate sexual attraction, but I don't think he shows you it much because I think he respects you. But at the same time, if you have been together for long, I feel it's more this loving vibe than this sexual vibe, you know what I mean? Of course, this is not an 18 plus reading, but I'm hearing the song Body Language by Kali Uchis, and it is kind of like that vibe. So the lyrics are, I want to know if you want to, I want to know if you want to go, I'm sick and tired of talking, told you everything you need to know, 'cause the rest is in the body language. Do you hear me? Can you feel me now? Yeah, the rest is in the body language. And then she's like, just come closer, 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 closer. I want to know who you are. Just come closer, closer, closer. I was hearing that line of just come closer. So It's like he wants you to be closer after he sees you. He really misses you, but he also feels this attraction and passion towards you. And I'm seeing an image of like someone kiss someone passionately. It's like he wants to kiss you passionately and just have you closer towards him. Closer in love. That's the feeling I get. And now Spirit is showing me, you know those Instagram reels where a couple are together lying in bed and they're like, when cuddling is not enough and they get into each other's socks. That's the feeling I get from this person, like he wants to be close to you. And I'm seeing he often talks and spends time with his friends, and he talks about you after seeing you, and it's like I feel this hopeless romantic energy. So I don't know what his friends are like or how they react to his conversations with them, but I'm seeing he often just talks about you in this hopeless romantic way to his friends after seeing you. And this feeling of like, Spirit is showing me another reel. So maybe this person likes Instagram reels or sending you Instagram reels, or he likes funny videos. I don't know. But Spirit is showing me an Instagram reel where two guys are together, and then they first start playing Xbox and like having beers, and then the women are gone. It's like the women have been in their lives for so long now that they sit alone together. Now they drink wine and talk about their feelings. So I'm feeling like his friends can switch between the two sometimes. For some of you, his friends can switch between the two and understand his nature of like really loving you, and can like really listen to him, to his feelings and everything like that, and really are supportive of it. Whereas I feel for others of you, if his friends are not really like romantic people, I feel like they more so just let him do it, but they don't really say anything much about it. But then they kind of just allow him to be because they see him really being hopeless romantic over you. Okay, so that's what I feel strongly in your reading. So let's pull some tarot cards now. How does he feel after seeing my pile number 2s? How does he feel after seeing my pile number 2s? We have the 4 of Wands. Yes, that to me is like building a stable foundation together. And here we see friends together opposite this friends card. So yes, this feeling of like him talking about his friends to you. We have the Ace of Pentacles. It's like until he sees you, he can't wait to see you again in the physical, with the Ace of Pentacles. And then we have the Hermit. So I feel here maybe he also like thinks a lot after seeing you. This feeling of like thinking, being in his head, nostalgia. Or also I feel like this person could also think a lot about, after seeing you, where to take you next, where to take you on a date, what to buy you. Like if this person has a love language of buying gifts, or how to make you feel special the next time he sees you, is something I'm seeing strongly. And then I heard a car alarm, so maybe for some of you, now I'm hearing the car alarm again, so maybe for some of you he's thinking of like when he can drive to you or see you again. Or for some of you, he has something like problems with his car and he wants to fix his car to be able to see you. That's a specific message for 1 or 2 of you. Or he wants, maybe if he doesn't have a car, he wants to buy a car to be able to see you more often. We have the World Cosmos. And we have the Page of Swords. So there's this feeling of like the healing that is brought in by the love really allows him to also reflect on past connections and where things went wrong in the past. In his past connections, whether it be love, friendship, romance. I just feel this energy of like analyzing it to see where I went wrong so that I don't do it again. That's a feeling I get like with the box. Like your love is really healing to him, where he actually let goes of a lot that he's not meant to have in his life anymore after seeing you. How does he feel? We have the Page of Wands. How does he feel after seeing? We have the Muse of Inspiration, which is the King of Wands. We have the Eight of Swords. I think he feels a lot of passion towards you with the King of Wands, but he doesn't necessarily show it with the Eight of Swords. Like I said earlier, the sensual feeling, but at the same time, that kind of energy. I think he intuitively knows he needs to heal and really get himself together in order to be what you need in love. Like, it's almost like he needs to get rid of those traits he has that self-sabotage love, or create the stuck energy in love in order to create movement in your connection. And in order to create a stable foundation of love in your connection, because he sees you as a blessing come into his life, it's like he takes this seriously. And I keep hearing the car alarm. So it's like maybe his ancestors have warned him, or his passed on loved ones have warned him of some of the things like in his dreams, because I'm seeing like an intuitive feeling here. But he also feels very inspired after seeing you. He feels like there's this rainbow energy around him, like this energy of really being inspired, really feeling a lot of happiness, joy, passion for life, seeing the world in color after seeing you. That's a feeling I get from him. How does he feel after seeing my pile number 2s? We have the Muse of Materials, which is the King of Pentacles. So since you have a lot of Muse cards here with this tarot deck, we see 2 of the same people each time. So I think this person, we have the Ten of Swords, I think this person thinks that you are very similar to them in some way, or feels like you get each other, feels like you're very similar in some way, and that's something I'm picking up on really strongly. And he feels like you two just get each other on another level. Like you two just understand each other on another level. But I think there's also like this fear from the past. Like for some of you, this person has been betrayed in the past, and there's this fear of being betrayed again. But then they analyze you, and then they know you're trustworthy because of your traits. We have the Queen of Cups, because you're someone that is very emotionally nurturing and compassionate. And like I said, this person sees you as very angelic, like a pure soul. He knows he can trust you. He knows you aren't that type of person to betray his trust. But I feel like his trust has been betrayed in the past before, where he's scared to open up to love. But with you, he feels like with your traits, it's very less likely that you will break his trust, because of your traits of being such a caring, kind, empathetic person. It's like he sees a future with you because of your traits and qualities. I'm feeling like this energy of marriage material from you. So how does he feel after seeing my pile number 2s? I'm just feeling a lot of happiness. A lot of joy, a lot of possibility for newness. We have the Well card. So I feel him thinking very deeply after seeing you, or going deep into his mind and really trying to understand himself. And like I said, the more he gets to know you, the more he understands himself on a deeper level. We have the King of Wands again. So yes, a lot of passionate energy, as I said before, a lot of fiery energy, a lot of this courage to take steps towards love, a lot of this energy of like, I really feel passionate about this person. We have the Ace of Wands. So yes, the sexual attraction, This is not an 18 plus reading, but that's what I'm seeing. And this kind of inspiration for life after he sees you. He just feels very happy, very full of life, like he has this spark of life within him. We have the Sun card, so he feels very happy after seeing you. Very happy-go-lucky. It's like he thinks about a lot of the memories you have together, or the times you spend together in the physical world, and he just smiles a lot, is something I'm seeing. Or it's like he sits in his mind and he thinks about your memories together, and he just smiles and he laughs at like your inside jokes together, or like, that's the feeling I get. He just really enjoys your time together. How does he feel after seeing my pile number 2s? We have the World card and the Ten of Swords. So I see this as like him letting go of those past betrayals and past things that no longer serve him. And then we have the Fool card and the Two of Pentacles. So he feels like with you, he can start a new journey in love. And he feels like with you, there's strength, there's playfulness, there's hope. There's something new that you two can create together. And he feels a lot more balance around you. He feels a lot more trusting towards you. Because the feeling I get is he's analyzed your connection and he sees that you are a trustworthy person to open up to. So he feels courageous towards opening up towards this love, and he feels a lot more emotionally balanced after seeing you, is something I'm seeing compared to past people. It's like you take him to this place where only romance and sunshine and rainbows and magical energies come out. So that is what I'm seeing about how he feels about you after seeing you. I really hope that this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number 3s. If you chose this rose quartz crystal, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at how he feels after seeing you. So this could be a specific person on your mind or the person you are currently dating. Please be aware this is a general reading, to only take what resonates and leave the rest, as the messages may differ for everyone watching. So you chose the card Whale and Orca Elders with Share Your Song, Frequency of Sound, and Diving Deep. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of your cards now. Okay, so for your cards we have Harmonic Flight, we have the card Burning Bowl Ritual, and then we see To Let Go. So that's interesting. We have All Paths Lead Home, Inner Authority, Intuition, Turn Your Gaze Within. We have Rest. We have Radical Expansion. We have Memories. We have Be Spontaneous. So this reading is a little bit different, where I'm first looking at the oracle cards and then I'm going to pull your tarot cards on camera. Okay, now that we have your cards laid out, I see exactly how he feels about you after seeing you. So I'm seeing an energy in terms of your connection. I feel the energies of either a twin flame connection for some of you, whereas for others of you, I feel this is a karmic connection that is meant to be turned into a healthy soulmate connection. And it's not something I often see in readings, where like a karmic connection turns beautiful, or like lets it be healed in some way, if that makes sense. It's not something I see often in readings, but in this case, if this is a karmic situation. I feel it's meant to be turned into, like a soulmate situation, whereas for a lot of you, I do feel this is a twin flame connection. And I do see you having a connection with this person in the future and it manifesting into something new where the energy has been healed, okay? So that's what I want to say about the connection of what I see so far. In terms of the actual feelings this person gets after seeing you, I think this person sees a lot of light within you, sees you as someone that brings a lot of light to them. This person sees you as someone very truthful, very honest, very trustworthy, and that's how he feels about you after seeing you, that you are someone he can trust, that you're someone he can open up to, that you're someone with a lot of light. And there's this feeling of him maybe wanting to push you away in some cases after seeing you, but I think that's from his past, things he needs to let go of. However, I feel like there is this sense of him trying to open up to him trying to open up to you, him trying to show his gentleness to you. His intuition is telling him that you are someone that is trustworthy, but for some of you, I feel this is a new connection where it's kind of mysterious in a sense, like he doesn't really know you that well, or whereas for others of you, it's more so this energy of the future is mysterious. We don't know where the future is going to go. And I think he has a lot of things from the past he needs to let go of, as we see here in the burning bowl ritual. I think both of you. And there is this feeling of wanting to push each other away, but I feel he stops this, and I think he's self-aware enough to know where it comes from, and that it's not something where he should push you away, but rather be emotionally vulnerable with you, to be able to open up to you in that case. I see him reminiscing a lot on like your memories together after he sees you. If you two have photos together or anything like that, I see him going back to your photos or photos of you. I see him kind of just reminiscing on your memories together that day, or your memories together as a whole in some way, like the memories of love you have together. And I'm seeing this person look at pictures of you and be really drawn to your lips. This person really finds your lips to be something they like to look at. They find your lips really kissable, is something I'm seeing. And that's how they feel after they see you. I feel this person, if I can put this in words, this person finds you to be very cute and cuddly, and there's this feeling of love between you two that this person feels, where they really want to open up to you and create a vulnerable connection with you where they let their gentleness out, because I think this person has a lot of gentleness within him, but I think he's sometimes scared of showing that gentle side of himself because of getting hurt. So I think he's, letting go of a lot from the past while he's with you. I just see your connection being healing in some way so that he is able to be more vulnerable and open with his feelings. But I'm just seeing in the beginning stages of your connection, like within the first year or two, there's a lot of releasing, a lot of letting go, a lot of this feeling of pressure being put onto both of you, that Spirit is showing me pressure being put on both of you, and then a diamond being created. So it's like I see a lot of healing happening within your connection within the first year or two, or first few years, depending on how long the healing process takes place. But there's something about healing things from past lives or in your connection, or healing things from the past together. So I'm feeling like this connection can trigger a lot of inner child wounds or wounds from childhood that have played out in our lives after. So let me give you my own example of something I've seen within my own twin flame relationship. I feel this twin flame relationship or this karmic connection, I feel more so twin flame for a lot of you, triggers a lot of wounds that are meant to be released and healed. This connection's very heart healing, as we see here, this dragon clearing out her heart. This lightning to symbolize the chaos that was once in our hearts, the pain, and then the rainbow to represent the healing that takes place, the rainbow after the storm. So I feel a lot of childhood wounds being triggered within this connection in order to be healed. And let me give you an example. So actually, before your reading, I got very, very irritated by a person because I did my pile number 1 and I did my pile number 2, and then I didn't have enough time to do pile 3 because someone wanted to call me. But then I kind of got a little bit irritated because I was waiting, no reply. And then I was like, I could have done pile 3 already and been done if I wasn't waiting for this person. And I got very irritated. And then I started talking to my boyfriend, and like we started like talking about our feelings and talking about what has been hurting us within this connection. And I think it's normal to sometimes trigger each other within twin flame connections, and I think it's sometimes necessary to bring healing, to have like difficult conversations. So I'm seeing difficult conversations will be really important for your connection, and it's just weird how those series of events happened, and then I'm seeing the same energy in your card. So it's like I was crying with my boyfriend and like holding him, and we were both crying together. So I just feel like this energy of like I feel this energy of you two having difficult conversations in the beginning of your connection, saying, you know, when you do this, it triggers me. It triggers this wound in me from this and this and this. Or when you do this, it disappoints me and I'd like to be loved in this way. And I just see you two having a lot of difficult conversations here with Share Your Song, Frequency of Sound, and Diving Deep, that allow healing to take place within your connection. So, Spirit is showing me an example of something that can be triggered like a wound, and we don't always realize it is a wound being triggered. So let's say you and this person are about to see each other, and you cancel on this person last minute, for example. Spirit is not guiding me to use my own example, but to use this example of a wound being triggered within a twin flame connection. Or, of course, for some of you, karmic, but I feel for most of you, it's twin flame. Let's say the person, or you cancel on the person last minute, and it's not a thing of like you wanting to not see this person or you wanting to cancel on them. But let's say this person, for example, doesn't have to be like this, but this is just an example to explain the energies of triggers within twin flame connections and how they can lead back to wounds within our childhood. Let's say this person had a mother figure that was never around, that made empty promises to him and was like, I'll buy you this Christmas present, for example, when he was a kid. And then she went and spent her money on gambling, and then she never bought him that present. And then he was very disappointed as a child because he was really excited to get a present from her that she promised, whereas now she just disappointed him and left him feeling like he doesn't matter, like he doesn't deserve Christmas gifts. And he goes on feeling very angry at his mother but then feels guilty for feeling angry at his mother and feels very sad, feels like almost like his life is falling apart at 8 years old. And then let's say later on in his life, he has that series of events of people triggering that wound within him, where he goes on and he dates maybe a woman, and he sees, okay, the first connection, she is always disappointing me, always making me feel like last place, making me feel like last priority. And his mother did the same thing to him, where his mother would make empty promises and go on and just go out with her friends and leave him at home and things like that. So now his first girlfriend does that. She goes out and parties a lot, and she promises to see him, but then the next day after her partying, she's like, no, I'm tired, I'm not going to see him, and then she cancels on him. And she does that so often that his wound of empty promises from his mother gets triggered with his first girlfriend. And then he breaks up with her. He feels a lot of anger. He feels unloved. He feels all these emotions, and he doesn't realize that that is a karmic situation, bringing up a wound from childhood. But then let's say he gets into a relationship with you, for example, and you cancel on him, but it wasn't a thing of you trying to, it wasn't like you being like the first girlfriend, for example. And let's say you just cancel on him last minute because of an emergency, but then he gets really, really angry at you for canceling on him, even though you explain to him what the reason is. Maybe he doesn't shout at you or lash out at you, but inside he feels a lot of anger. And then after that, maybe you talk to him and he realizes it's not the same situation, but maybe he thinks it's triggering the past relationships wounds, but it's actually triggering his inner child wound of being left alone at home by his mother, and his mother not giving him that attention or love or giving him what she promised him. And now it's being triggered in this connection where it's not something intentional. You get what I mean? So that is an example of how a silly thing, what our minds can think of as a silly thing for someone to get triggered over, can lead back to childhood wounds where it's subconscious most of the time, where we don't even realize it. Or that's just an example, but I feel the energy of like triggers bringing out childhood wounds to be healed within the connection. And it can be happening to you as well, my pal number 3s. I feel like it's happening on both sides. So if you ever are in this connection and you feel an intense emotional reaction to something that seems small or minuscule in your brain, I want you to really reflect on this. Go within. Turn your gaze within and find out what is the wound that is being triggered, the memory that is being triggered within this connection that is bringing up these feelings that need to be let go of, as we see here in this burning bowl ritual. So I feel sometimes he gets triggered because this is a twin flame connection, and it's not like you intentionally trigger him, but it's more so it's to bring healing. And it's not nice to know that we may trigger those that we love, but it's to bring in this most healing, this most intense healing. And you know, this harmonic flight card talks about this type of twin flame connection where we really open up to someone, but sometimes it can feel like they're really pulling on our heartstrings and tugging on our heart and making it feel heavy. Whereas if we can learn to find where that wound comes from and be emotionally vulnerable with the person in front of us and share our feelings in vulnerability and be there for each other, supportive of each other. This card talks about that those triggers can blossom into the most beautiful heart healing ever. And as we see here in this card, heart healing and heart expansion. So that is what I feel the themes are in the first few years of your connection, or depending on how long it takes for some of you. Some of you will shift the energies fast and heal the energies fast. But I just want to say that is a theme I see in your reading very strongly. So sometimes he may feel a little bit sad after seeing you, or he may feel a little bit angry, but not angry at you, more so angry at the circumstances. And then sometimes he will want to push you away, but then I think he's aware enough that he needs to be emotionally vulnerable and open with you and share his feelings with you. And I think that's how he feels after he sees you. Sometimes like he needs to share his feelings with you, like he needs to be vulnerable with you. He needs to really go deep into conversation with you. But I do feel when he is angry, he goes to the gym and he lets off steam. Or for some of you, your man boxes or tries to do things that lets out those angers, and that is a really good thing to do, because it's allowing him to feel that feeling that wound goes back to. Even if he does not specifically know this trigger is a wound within him, as he feels that feeling and he lets it go, he, like throwing this letter into the fire, letting go of something, letting go of an emotion, leading back to childhood. Whereas I feel for some of you, he cleans his space after seeing you and just lets his anger out into that way. And I'm not saying he feels angry at you specifically, more so sometimes he feels angry at a situation because of the wounds that are being triggered from childhood. And I feel like you may feel the same way sometimes. Whereas sometimes he feels really sad and he just sits alone in his own space, or he sleeps, or he tries to move around, or he tries to just flow and let it come out in some way. Tries to be still with his thoughts and with his feelings. And I think that is a really good thing. I'm feeling for some of you, your man is athletic in some way, or he likes gymming or moving his body around or taking walks, like when he's feeling a lot of emotions. So that's something I see strongly, but I don't want you to feel like it's him not liking you or not loving you. It's not at all that. It's just the themes that I'm seeing within the twin flame connection that bring on healing. But ask me this question of how he feels in 5 years, and you're going to see the energy change. It's just the beginning part of your connection that brings on this intense healing to bring heart healing, so that you are able to love each other from this deep vulnerability. And for most of you, I do see this manifesting into a long-term relationship in the future, where this healing brings in this awakening for both of you, the spiritual awakening, and allows you to be vulnerable with each other, with your emotions, and really feel the most healing from this connection. Okay, I'm seeing that very strongly. And I'm seeing on the other days where there aren't triggers, where there aren't that healing taking place, I see that he feels very happy after seeing you. There's something about him feeling like life is just so beautiful, like life is just so happy. Him feeling like his heart is just so full of love after he sees you, when he's not being triggered. I feel he feels like you feel like home to him. That's how he feels after seeing you. Like you feel like home to him. Like your heart feels beautiful, and like your heart feels like it's giving him all the love in the world that he needs right now. So he feels your love after seeing you, and there's something about you two being together and his heart expanding with love, his heart feeling so big, and his heart feeling like he's never felt this type of love before. He also feels after he sees you like you lead him closer to his connection to himself. And that makes sense because most twin flame connections are like that. But I'm also seeing an idea of after he feels those emotions, he feels free. So I don't think these triggers are bad. Okay? I think it's just something where you need to have those deep conversations together, even if it's difficult. You know what I mean? But I feel he feels free after feeling those feelings. So the healing that this connection is bringing both of you freedom in your emotional field, in your emotional aspect. So he feels very carefree after seeing you. He feels very free. He feels like a weight has been lifted off his shoulders, but he also feels very happy after seeing you. For some of you, this person I am speaking about may be creative in some way, and I'm seeing him get some kind of creative inspiration after seeing you, or maybe just feeling very happy, very at peace is something I'm seeing. And I'm seeing him reminisce on your memories together, photos you have together, and smile and laugh at, the memories you have together, the inside jokes you have together, the love you have together. Okay. I'm also seeing the idea that after he sees you, he just feels a lot of love, and he feels this kind of courage to open up to love as well. And you make him feel so safe after he sees you, where he just feels like you can go home, daydream, and fall asleep. I think you make him feel very safe. I think also there is this idea of your love being eternal in some way, and him feeling some type of vibe about that. I think he dreams about you a lot is something I'm seeing within your cards. And there's this idea of his guides communicating to him through his dreams. Whereas for some of you, if your man is spiritual, he may actually, watch readings on your connection. If he is into that. Whereas if he's not, I feel it's more so in his dream state where he dreams about you a lot, or he has maybe like his passed on loved ones communicate to him something in a dream, or his ancestors like show him something of your connection together and what it can grow into. So I'm seeing that very clearly, like he dreams of you a lot. I'm also seeing an idea of this person being very gifted or talented in some way, and you are like his muse in some way is something I'm seeing. That's how he feels after he sees you. He feels very content after seeing you, and like miracles are taking place in his life. He also feels like, if you are a woman, that he sees a future with you, and he sees like he sees himself having kids with you is something I'm seeing very strongly. Whereas for others of you, if you are not a woman watching this, I'm also seeing this energy of, or if you don't want kids, I'm also seeing this energy of like he sees the future with you, and he sees himself getting married to you. He sees himself really having a connection with you in the future. So he feels very drawn to your connection, and he feels this pull towards you after seeing you, and he just feels like he can have a connection with you in the future, and it can last a long time. He feels like there can be a lot of movement in your connection, like your connection can go somewhere beautiful, like it can transform into something beautiful, and that's how he feels after seeing you. And after he sees you, he really feels like talking to you, and he sometimes even feels like he wants to be spontaneous and see you again and just like rock up at your door. Like that's the feeling I get. So I think he misses you sometimes after seeing you, and he wants to speak to you after seeing you. Like he misses you as soon as he gets home, that kind of energy. But I'm also seeing him feel like Like, this is the connection for him. Like, this is something he wants to be in for the long run. It's something I'm seeing very strongly. That's how he feels after seeing you. But he also feels a lot of love for you after seeing you. And he feels like you bring this freedom and spontaneity into his life. This free feeling of fun into his life as well. And I don't think he consciously knows that this is a twin flame connection for most of you, but I think he somehow feels this pull towards you. Like, it's something that is meant to be, if that makes sense. Okay, so how does he feel about my pile number 3s? How does he feel? We have the moon card. So yeah, like I said, he feels this intuitive pull towards you. Really, really strongly. The moon can also represent the dream state. And I love that we have a pink moon here, but we also have a pink heart. So lots of love. Pink to me always reminds me of this love. How does he feel about my pile number 3s after seeing them? We have the Knight of Wands. So there's a lot of passionate feelings here. He feels like you're a celebration to be around. He just feels a lot of passion towards you, but also a lot of attraction towards you. We have the 10 of Cups. So he feels like this can be a long-term connection that can bring in a lot of happiness for him, because the 10 of Cups usually talks about this long-term relationship kind of feeling, but this happy type of feeling of connection and union, and this feeling of like an excess of happiness, but feeling that happiness together, if that makes sense. We have the Knight of Cups. Yeah, this person gives me a very hopeless romantic feel of what he feels towards you after he sees you. Like a lot of hopeless romantic energies, daydreamy energies, something I'm seeing very strongly. But he also feels a lot of growth with you with the Nautilus shell. Like the love is very healing to him, but also he feels like he can really grow with you as a person and grow into his best self with you. So that is really beautiful. We have the Page of Cups. So this gives me this playful, carefree energy. I think you bring out a lot of playfulness in his life, a lot of feelings of playfulness and love. Look at how this heart is just shining out. You make his heart feel like it's just shining out with love, like it's just filled with so much love. And I think you bring in this feeling of laughter, playfulness, and just this fun, carefree feeling of he feels like he can be himself around you, like he can laugh and snort milkshake out of his nose and just laugh about it with you and not feel judged. That's the feeling I get of how he feels about you after he sees you. We have the 2 of Cups, so he feels a lot of love towards you after he sees you. A lot of this energy of like you just pour love into each other, and there's just a lot of deep love here since they're underwater. We have the Ace of Wands, so a lot of sexual attraction, a lot of physical attraction. Of course, this is not an 18 plus reading, but that's something I'm seeing. How does he feel about my pile number 3s after seeing them? We have the Queen of Pentacles, so he feels like you are someone that is very nurturing, very grounded, very down to earth. You make him feel safe, but you also make him feel special in some way. And I think he sees that you are, we have the Justice card, he sees that you're someone that is truthful, someone that is honest, someone that has his best interest in mind. And there's something about him feeling like you are just the one for him. Like he feels like you're so nurturing, so compassionate towards him, so down to earth, so grounded. And I just feel this energy of like marriage material kind of energy. How does he feel about my pile number 3s after seeing them? We have this 8 of Cups card. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. So that's like letting go of what he's been holding on to, emotions he's been holding on to from the past. That's what I see there. And then at the back of the deck, we have the Lover's card. So there is this feeling of commitment here. There is this feeling of love here. And when you two are at a distance, I think he thinks of you a lot, and he feels the love growing between you two. And he feels like you two can really blossom and bloom into your best selves together, is something I'm seeing. Let me get my other tarot deck and see what else shows up in your reading. I feel your connection is very intuitive, like you are very empathetic towards each other's feelings, and I think sometimes you can feel his pain. It's something I'm picking up strongly, but he can also feel your pain, if that makes sense. How does he feel about my pile number 3s after seeing them? We have the Page of Swords. We have the Strength card. I think it takes a lot of strength for him to sometimes speak about the things he's feeling, or the things that are triggered within this connection, the wounds that need to be healed from childhood. I think sometimes he has a difficult time talking about it because it just seems like there's so much deep emotions there, and I feel he wants to stay strong, almost like that's the kind of feeling I get, but it seems like he sometimes finds it difficult to talk about his feelings because there's just so much feelings. I think he sometimes wants to be strong for you, if that makes sense, and be there for you. How does he feel about my pile number 3s after seeing them? We have the 8 of Cups again. We have the Death card. Please clarify 8 of Cups and Death. We have the Star. Okay, so it's healing things from the past. Same as what we spoke about earlier. It's like he feels a lot after he sees you. Like the triggers that are brought up within your connection, he feels a lot, and a lot is being healed after he sees you with the Star card, but he also has a lot of hope for this connection. But since it is such a healing and intense connection, I think sometimes he gets a little bit confused about how deep and intense this connection is. But I also think he starts to sometimes notice the things that are showing up that are being healed from childhood and from the past. I think sometimes he notices like his spirit guides give him that intuitive information to be able to move forward. And I think sometimes he intuitively feels like he's had past lives with you, or like the connection is just so intense he doesn't quite understand it, but I think he intuitively feels this strong, intense connection with you. How does he feel after seeing my pile number 3s? We have the Knight of Cups, so it's like he just wants to give you love. He's such a hopeless romantic. He wears his heart on his sleeve for you. So how does he feel about my pile number 3s after seeing them? We have the Judgment card. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the 3 of Wands. And we have the Sun card. I'm hearing a song. It's by Rosa Cecilia called Runaway. And the lyrics are, baby, be my runaway, reality can wait another day. Baby, be my runaway. I love you more than I could ever convey. Constant like the sun, our love shines every day. No storm, no cloud or shade could rain on our parade. So it's a really romantic song, and I think the storm, the cloud thing is like those feelings that are being triggered. None of that could rain on your parade together. So I'm seeing this energy of like his ancestors or his loved ones or his guides almost like spiritually are giving him this intuitive feeling that he has a path with you in the future. And I've already said that. I feel a lot of you are still going to be with this person in the future. And I'm seeing far into the future. Like years from now, you're still going to be together, is the feeling I get here. Or, of course, I can't guarantee this. The future is not set in stone. But I'm feeling this pull towards what he feels right now is like he has a path with you. He has a future with you. He wants to plan a life with you. And with the Sun card, you make him very, very happy. But he also wants to consistently put in the effort towards creating this path of love with you. And creating a future with you is something I'm seeing very strongly. So I think he wants to be consistent towards that, and that's how he feels after he sees you, that he wants to consistently put in effort towards planning a life with you, slowly but surely. And he feels very happy with you, and he feels like this love has hope to turn into something really beautiful. That's how he feels after seeing you. So that's what I see in your reading, my pal number 3s. I really hope that this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye!